I guarantee you, out of every single Amazon FBA wholesale guide out there, online, on YouTube, this one video will be the best one you ever watch. It's going to be the most in detail, it's going to have real information, and this is what you're going to learn in this guide. You're going to learn exactly how to set up your business infrastructure properly. You're going to learn how to source profitable products and how to use the right software. And I'm actually going to teach you how to find wholesale suppliers, how to position yourself, how to talk to them. You're also going to learn exactly how to maximize your sales to make shit tons of money. Not only that, but you're also going to learn all of these things on the screen right now. I've also time-stamped them so you can just go to each one, but I don't want you to skip any of the video. I want you to watch the entirety of this video because it's so valuable. And I know that because this information is exactly what took Dimitar from working a 9 to 5 as a mechanic to now making £120,000 online with Amazon FBA. Dimitar is also traveling the world. He spends 2 weeks in the UK, 2 weeks out of the UK, and we're actually taking a trip to Thailand in January together. You also have Sahir, who used to work full-time. Now he's doing £40,000 a month with Amazon FBA. And you've got Sahil, who was working full-time, and now he's doing £10,000 weekly with Amazon FBA. And there is literally so many more. But let's jump right into it. Grab a bottle of water, grab a pen and paper, because there's so much value, I want you to write it down. But first off, what is Amazon FBA? So Amazon FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon, which means they handle all the customer service, all the storage, and all the fulfillment to your customers. With Amazon Wholesale, you're selling branded products like L'Oreal, Philips, Oral-B, all these big brands that you know. So you don't need to do any marketing because they already have the market. You're literally just taking a piece of the pie. It don't require you to make listings, have a website. You buy a product for cheaper from a wholesaler, you send it to Amazon, they deal with the rest, and you're just taking a piece of that pie. There's hundreds of thousands, millions of brands out there that allow you to make money on their products. But why is it right for you? Because it's scalable. You also get complete freedom. Like Dimitar, he travels the world. He literally works from anywhere. You can work from a beach. I have people who do it in Thailand who are traveling or living there full time. It gives you complete location freedom. With so many business models you see online, you can't get past £10,000, you can't get past £5,000. It's not scalable. With this, it's so scalable. You have the freedom side, so you can do what you want, when you want, you can work from wherever. So that is Amazon FBA in a nutshell. Now you've got a little understanding about Amazon FBA. Let's actually jump into this guide. Let's learn some stuff. I'm fucking excited. Let's get it. So first we're going to talk about business infrastructure. You have to set up the right accounts. No one teaches it online. You need a business email, you need a limited company, and you need a business bank account. If you don't have these things set up, you're going to run into so many problems that you just do not want to deal with. This is why I teach it. This is why I want you to know. It is the boring part, setting up the accounts, but it's so important. First, you need to pick a business name. You can literally pick anything. It don't need to be anything special. Just don't have anything silly. But for me, my name's Patrick Land. My company would be called PL Sales or PL Distributions. That's always a good one to go for. You can check if it's available. Just type in company's house name availability. Put in the name that you're thinking about. If there's a company already using that name, it will tell you. If not, that's all yours. You then want to set up a business email. It's so important to have a business email. You don't want your personal life and the business to be all tied together anyway. And when you're messaging suppliers or brands, you want to look professional. So it's very important to have a business email. So just have, like, for me, it'd be pl.sales@gmail.com. You don't need to be buying a domain. People might teach you this, but it's just a waste of money. Put all the money you can into products to start with. That's how you're going to build the business. I've used a Gmail for literally 4 years, never had a single problem. Create a new account, have it as your business name @gmail.com, and then it's ready to go. Now you've got your business email, you need to set up a limited company. All you want to do is go to Google, you just type in register a limited company. You only want to use the government website. It will be £50 to set up the limited company. It's a one-time fee, you pay it, you've got a company. Go to the government website here, scroll down, click register now, and start your application process. If you want me to go through the whole application process with you, go to my link in my Instagram bio. I've got a free course. It literally goes through this whole application so you do not make one single mistake. But it's literally so important that you set up a limited company. You want it to be separate to you. You don't want your name tied to anything, and you want to be professional. A lot of these suppliers are not going to work with you if you are not a limited company. This is how you're going to get the best prices, and it stops you from running into any problems in the future, and it's also better on tax when you do start doing bigger numbers. Which is the plan, because I'm sure you want to take this far. I'm sure you want to achieve so much, and you will, but just set it up right. Now you've done the application for your limited company. That'll either take 5 minutes or a day to approve. Once that's approved, you can now do your business bank account. It is so important to have a business bank account. You cannot use your personal bank for buying goods, anything related to the business, it needs to be separate because you are not the limited company, you're just the director. And I always tell people in my community, go with Monzo or Revolut. These two are the quickest banks to start up with. If you're using a mainstream bank like NatWest or Barclays, it's going to take weeks to get approved. Monzo will approve you the same day. Revolut will also approve you the same day. And once you're approved, you can then set up your selling account, you're ready to go. This is the last step for the business infrastructure. Bit boring. Once you've got this stuff out of the way, you're ready to go, you're ready to make money, and that's what we're going to go through, exactly how you're going to make money in the rest of the video. But first you need to set up your selling account. To set up your selling account, literally just go to Google, type in Amazon seller, it'll probably be the first link, click on it, want to make sure that it's the .co.uk one, and then click sign up. Once you click sign up, you just want to click create your account, fill in the information, it's going to ask for ID, it's going to ask about the business, and it's going to ask you a couple of questions. Use the business bank account, use the business email, keep everything professional, set that up, and that will be approved in either 5 minutes, again, or it can be a day. Your Amazon selling account is going to cost you £25 a month. First month they take it out your bank, the rest of the months they take out the money that you make. If you don't make money, you don't get charged. But that is the final step of the business infrastructure, and now you're ready to learn some information. So the first thing I want to teach you is just a little bit how Amazon works. Everybody knows about eBay, how you can have multiple listings. With Amazon, that's not the case. If you look on here, I've just typed in Olaplex shampoo 200ml. That is the only listing. If you want to buy that product or you want to sell that product, that is the only listing for that product. You obviously have the conditioner. This is the same product, it's just an ad. You've got the toning shampoo, clarifying, but there is only ever one listing for each product. The way Amazon works it, all sales are rotated between the sellers. And whether you're a brand new seller like yourself or you're up against a guy making 20 million a month, the sales are rotated evenly. Amazon make it super fair. That's how they run the business model. Now I'm going to teach you about software. So many of these online gurus, these Amazon FBA influencers, they promote two softwares called Jungle Scout and Helium 10. They are bullshit. You do not want to use them. The reason these guys promote them because they make £50 a person and they make so much money in commission. I have a community of 200 people. If I promoted it to my 200 people, that's £10,000 every single month I'd make. But I don't want to promote fake information for my benefit. But the only software you actually need to start is Salary MP and Keepa. You don't need anything else, and the price for them, they're both £13 around a month. To get Salary MP, you literally go to the website here, you start your free trial because you get 2 weeks for free, and then you just add that as a Chrome extension. So you could type in Seller MP Chrome extension, and to actually begin using that once you have an account, you want to add that to your Chrome. Same with Keepa, you literally go to the website, make an account, add it as a Chrome extension, and you're ready to go with that also. But let's actually teach you how to use these softwares. Now we're going to learn Salary MP. This software is literally needed. This is the bread and butter of making money on Amazon. It's going to tell you all the data that you need to know, your profits, how much it sells. It's going to tell you about competitive sellers, any information that you do need to go. Let me break it down. We've got it on the laptop right here. So when you load up any product on Amazon, we're just looking at this Korean beauty product here. Whenever you load a product up, it's going to pop up straight away on the right, and you can look at all the information on that product. Also, one thing I want you to do when you first set up Salary MP, click the settings button down here, come to your SAS panels, and have these exactly like mine are here. So pause the video, set that up, or refer back to the video. You also want all the settings the same as mine are on here. So I'm going to scroll through slowly. I want you to come back to this video when you set it up and make sure everything is identical to my settings. But let's actually jump in learning. So straight off the bat, you've got quick info. This will tell you if you can sell this product, yes or no. If it says no, you just need to submit an invoice for when you buy this product, and then you'll be able to sell it. That's called ungating. You've then got the estimated sales. This is estimated to sell 10,000 units a month, which is huge. Like this product I'm buying for £5.32. I'm selling it for £15.85 with £4 profit. This could possibly make me £40,000 a month just off one product. The estimated sales is normally very underestimated. I would imagine this sells around 15,000 a month from me personally selling it and my experience with this product. You've also got the profit calculator, so you put in the price that you're buying it for. It's going to tell you the exact return on investment, your exact profit, because it already takes into account all your selling fees, everything like that. You've then got, if you scroll down, another profit calculator. This is where you can break everything down. I don't tend to look at it too much because this tells me everything I want to know, but in the profit calculator, it does break it down. you can see exactly what fees you're paying if you want to look at that. You've then got ranks and prices. You can see averages. I do tend to use Keepa for my averages with the charts. It's a lot better to understand, but you can see average 30 days with the BSR, which is the best selling rank, so lower the better. So number 1 would be the best selling product in that category. You can see over 90 days, 180 days, this is very consistent. So you could essentially say all year round, every single month, this product sells around 10,000–15,000 units without fail. You've then got your alert section. Hazmat and dangerous good are the same thing. If it is a dangerous good or a hazmat, so that's like aerosols, product with batteries, things that irritate the skin. Also anything that is flammable, that would be a dangerous good. There's not much difference to it, you just have to send it a bit differently. But I'm going to be making a video on how to send dangerous goods anyway, so you will learn that shortly. Amazon will share the buy box, completely ignore. This is a thing because online gurus teach online that Amazon don't share the buy box, don't sell if Amazon sell. It is bullshit. I've been selling products on Amazon for 4 years. Most of my listings have Amazon on it. It does not affect anything. They make it completely even. Completely ignore this. You've then got private label and IP analysis. So ignore these as well. I'm going to teach how to spot IP complaints on Keepa. It stands for intellectual property complaint. So you can't sell a brand if they IP complaint you. It's just them protecting the brand rights. Let's say they sell it on Amazon, they're not going to let you sell it on Amazon. Or if it's a protected brand that don't allow resellers, they can just kick you off the listing. It's very annoying. You want to avoid it, but don't trust seller IP. Let me teach you how to actually spot this on Keepa. Obviously, if it does show up here, then it's a good reason to double check on Keepa as well. But like I said, don't completely trust the seller IP analysis on these two. With size, you can kind of ignore this. The only other thing is big products like TVs, fridges. You're not really going to want to sell them on Amazon anyway, as it's going to be heavy in fees. You're best off doing FBM for big products like that. You've got multiple products. So multiple products are products that can melt, chocolate. A lot of people say candles, but it's more things that can just melt under being warm, like chocolate, ice cream, things like that. I would completely avoid meltable products, I can't lie. You've got to send it in insulating materials. There's only certain dates that you can send it to Amazon. Just avoid meltable products for now. And then variations. Sometimes there'll be variations, like you might have a bottle of shampoo and you might have a 200ml bottle of 1 litre, you might have lipstick with different shades. It will just tell you here whether it's a variation or not. The only thing you need to be careful with variations, sometimes the estimated sales is split over all the variations, so it's just something to look out for. You've then got your offers. This is really important. So many people say, oh, don't buy if there's over 10 people on the listing. That is complete bullshit. It only comes down to competitive sellers, and I'm going to teach you this right now. So you're competing with everybody but FBM sellers. So all these FBA, Amazon, or seller fulfilled prime sellers. So you can see you would be competing with Amazon, FBA. There is actually no seller fulfilled prime sellers on here, but it comes up SFP. They're the people you're competing with. Any FBM seller you can completely ignore. And then the next important thing is price. The only people you're competing with are the lowest price people. So on this listing, even though you've got 20 people selling it, you're literally competing with 2 people. To be honest, this guy's got 1 in stock. She's probably already ran out of stock. I wouldn't even class him as someone I'm competing with. This guy at the top, number 1, he's your only competitor. So out of 10–15,000 sales a month, you're sharing that with 1 person. You can ignore anybody, even if it's only a couple pence higher, ignore them. I've been doing this for 4 years. I can tell you from experience, even a couple pennies higher, you're not going to get sales. So as long as the FBA, Seller Fulfilled Prime or Amazon, and they're the lowest price, that is only your competitor. I'm going to show you another example of this just so you understand it. So on here, you can see we've got FBM, so you can ignore him. We've got 1 FBA seller at $25.50. The rest you can completely ignore. They're either FBM or this FBA is at $25.95. That's too high to get sales. Again, on this product, 200 sales a month, that is shared between you and this 1 other FBA seller if you can buy this for a profitable price. I obviously buy this for $13.63. It's not the best return, £3.47 profit, 200 sales a month. That's still around £400 profit a month I would be making from this 1 product. So that is Seller E&P. You know how to use it, you know how to spot competitive sellers, you know about the information it's actually giving you now. I am going to break down later in this video how I actually use it to source products. But let's go through Keepa, because Keepa is just as important. So this is Keepa. right now this looks so confusing. When you first add Keepa as a Chrome extension, it's going to look completely messy like this. The only one you need for the bottom chart is new off account. For the middle chart is the main category, so beauty for this one. And for the top chart, you can turn all of these off. The only ones that you need to keep on is Amazon and buy box. The rest you can turn off. I'm going to break down what each line means. So buy box, this is the price the product sells for. You can see it's quite consistent. You get times where it does jump up, but you always want to be looking at averages. The average of this product is $15.95. So if you're happy selling at $15.95, this product is great. You can also change the chart. So you can go to year, you can see the whole time it's been on Amazon since 2019, or you can look at 3 months. I tend to look at 3 months and a year. I don't really look at the other ones too much. You don't want to be looking at a day. It's not enough information. So 3 months a year, you can see over 3 months, the price has been super consistent. Amazon very rarely sell it, and when they do, you can see their price way too high. They're never going to get sales because the price too high. The middle chart is the best sellers rank. This is just how well the product sells. The way I kind of use this, I just look at averages. So I'm going to click on the year chart here. You can see all year round, this product sells really well. All these charts kind of correlate. You can see when the price went up, so did the BSR. Obviously with the BSR, the closer to 1, the better. So like here, this used to be the second best selling product in beauty. For this example, it's great. All year round, it's in the top selling products. It sells plenty all the time. This is a great product to buy. And then the bottom chart is how many people are actually selling it. Every person on Amazon is called an offer. So you will be an offer. If you come on this listing, you'll be an offer to people. So you can see here, there was 8 offers. So 8 people were selling it. Up here, 19, down here, went down to 4, went back up, so on and so on. And then there's one more thing I want to teach you, and that is IP complaints. So on this product, for example, you can see all year round, people are selling it, people buying it, selling out, buying it, selling out with no problems. If we compare that to a product like this, for example, you can see it's such a messy chart. Someone jumps on, they're getting kicked off. See how it's up and down, up and down? That is just someone fighting an IP complaint where the brand is kicking them off, they're getting back on, kicking them off. It's really annoying. Also, so this brand was fine to sell for years. And then last year in 2024, the brand protected it and they started selling it themselves on Amazon. So one thing you want to look out for, big drops like this, 10 people to 1 person in the same second. That is physically impossible to actually happen if it's not an IP complaint. So if you do see big drops or you see charts like this where it's up, down, avoid that product. Don't even attempt selling it. Or if it looks like this where it's just one seller the whole time, again, don't go near it. As long as you can see people selling it, they're selling out, just like this where it goes up, down, people are constantly on the listing and it's not down here where it's just messy, it is all good to sell. So now you have an understanding of what software to actually use, how to use the software effectively. You now need to know how to actually source products from suppliers using the software. So let's break it down. Right, this is one of my suppliers. Sell on services. You can actually take this, get an account with them. There's so many profitable products on this supplier. Let me just show you how I go about sourcing profitable products from Sell on services or from any wholesaler you can use this for. So straight off the bat, I've just gone to the offers. I know there's always good offers there. There's also products that have offers all year round, and there's just so many products on this supplier. One thing you always want to do is brand by brand. It has like magic behind it. I got taught this when I was first starting Amazon. Always go brand by brand, because let's say you're looking at a brand and it has an IP complaint, you know you can avoid that whole brand, you don't have to go back to it. And it just makes everything easier. Once you've completed a brand or gone through the whole brand, you'll have the list of the profitable products. If it doesn't have any, you can leave that brand and never go back to it. It makes it easier, makes everything nicer to go through, but let me just show you how to actually find a product. So, for example, we can start with S Pro. Because you've added Seller EMP as a Chrome extension, you can just double click on the name and you can actually get it up on Sell on services or on any wholesaler. You've got 3 different peroxide percentages here, which you can buy all of them. And with the discount, you get 15% off when you do your first order. There's also a mega deal on here, buy 12 for £27. It comes out to £2.30 a unit. Like this one, for example, 800 sales a month, 37% return on investment, 83 pence profit each unit. I can see that it's not a dangerous good. I can sell this product. Everything looks good. It's all in green. Who am I competing with? I'm competing with 4 people, they're all FBA, they're all at the same lowest price. Great, this product's great. I would probably do a test order of 20, 30, even 40, see how it sells, go from there. The only other Espro product is this bleach. They actually just changed the packaging, but you can still sell it on the old packaging because it used to be in a tub. You're buying this for £7.50, 28% return, 200 sales a month, £2 profit. Everything's good, but this is a dangerous good, so you're just gonna have to send it a little bit differently. And we can see we're competing with 3 people on here, another great product. This is all it is. Once you've confirmed it's all good on Seller A&P, you can literally open it on Amazon, check the charts, as I've taught you, make sure the average price is good, make sure it's not IP complaint, and you go from there. And then you're just going through all the other brands, finding profitable products endlessly. Now you know how to actually source products from a supplier, but how do you actually find suppliers? So I'm going to teach you 2 methods right now to find suppliers. You always want to go abroad. There is a lot of wholesalers in the UK. You can have a look. When I started, it used to be a lot better in the UK. Now it's actually better and cheaper to go abroad. So that is where I would recommend you focusing. So the first method is using ChatGPT. So with ChatGPT, it's all about playing with the prompts and going deep and going down rabbit holes with it, finding these suppliers that aren't easy to find. Because if a supplier was easy to find, everyone else has probably already found it. Now the supply is shit. So I want you to use ChatGPT. I want you to go down rabbit holes, keep finding suppliers, keep asking it questions. Let's say for example, I want to find suppliers for L'Oreal. You could rabbit hole and find the manufacturers and find where it's originated and then go down that route. You could give it the prompt, find me suppliers for L'Oreal, only wholesalers past page 10 on Google. So it wasn't easy to find, no surface level suppliers, and need the best prices. You can literally play about with prompts all day, finding different things. We'll see what this comes back with. It's going to be thinking for a moment. Just as it goes past page 50, it takes a little bit longer when you do give it a good prompt. But if it's come up straight away with an answer, you know it was a shit prompt. So this is a good sign already.
20 minutes later.
Right, I've just been sat here for about 10 minutes and it's finally given me answers, which is a very good sign. Like I said, if it gave it you straight away, you've given it a shit prompt. So here it's just giving me a list of suppliers. What I want to do then is just reach out to all these suppliers. That's how easy it is. And this is just off the first prompt. You want to keep going at it, keep rabbit holing, trying different brands, trying different niches, trying to sign up to these suppliers. Because the thing with finding suppliers, you can look at 1,000 suppliers and you'll only find 1-2 good ones. That is how it is. But when you do find them 1-2 good ones, you are set up for life. Method 2 of finding suppliers is actually reaching out to brands. So reaching out to brands like L'Oreal, asking who their suppliers are. And if you want a template, give me a message on Instagram. I'll write you up a template ready to go. But you want to send them that template asking for their suppliers, their distributors in Europe or in the UK, and then messaging them suppliers. Or you could even try get brand accounts with these brands. Big companies like L'Oreal, especially when you're starting out, you're never gonna get them accounts. So you do just want to ask what their suppliers are, what their distributors are, and try contact them, try get the accounts open with them. Now you know how to find suppliers, get finding profitable products, but before that, let me just tell you how to actually talk to suppliers. So knowing how to position yourself in front of suppliers is so important because every supplier works in a different way. Let's say a big IT supplier. You want to tell them that you're a B2B business, so selling to other businesses, and you're a huge guy in the B2B game, selling IT stuff like HP, ASOS, and all these other IT brands. You just want to say you're a big person in the IT world. Obviously, if you go into a beauty wholesaler, you want to say you're a big person who's selling B2B for all these beauty brands, L'Oreal, Redken, Olaplex, all this stuff. If it's a beauty wholesaler that only supplies to hairdressers, you want to become a hairdresser. It's all about white lying. It's about getting your foot in the door, and that is how you're going to get these accounts, find profitable products, and make shit tons of money online. You need to learn how to bullshit, but bullshit in the right way, and how to actually position yourself in front of suppliers. Every supplier works in a different way, and you need to become their ideal client for them to work with you, like I was mentioning before. And you also need to understand that they have different criteria. Some might need you to have a warehouse, some might need you to have a website, some might need you to have a cash and carry. Whatever it is they need, you bullshit your way in until it doesn't work. Because it's better to white lie and get that account, or just accept defeat and then no chance of having the account. So many suppliers have asked me, do I have a website? no, I don't have a website, I sell on Amazon. You never ever want to tell a supplier that you sell on Amazon, ever. But if they ask if you've got a website, you say, yeah, we've got a website. Currently it's not accessible for 2 weeks as it's being redeveloped. A lot of the time they'll just say, okay, get the account anyway, and they won't ask any further questions. A lot of big sellers on Amazon, they just make fake websites, so that's another thing you can do. But just know how to position yourself. You always want to negotiate with suppliers as well. The first price is never the last price. That's a little tip for you. And one last thing I want to talk about is maximizing sales. You need to be using repricing software. What is repricing software? So prices move all the time on Amazon. They go up by pennies, they go down by pennies, go up by pounds, go down by pounds. They're always moving about, and you just physically cannot keep up with all the products you have repricing all the time, because sometimes they change every 30 seconds. You can't keep up with that. And if you don't spot a price movement and say you've not spotted that for an hour, you're an hour out of sales, or you might be missing out on profit. So it's ideal that you get a software that automates this for you. And as a business owner, you want to be focusing on high leverage tasks like finding suppliers, negotiating, sourcing products. That's what you need to be focusing on. You don't want to be messing about changing the price all the time. You want to do what actually is going to make the money. When you can just get a bot to do it. I use BeQool. You could also use Seller Toolkit. They both have repricers. You can use them to reprice your products. I think BeQool is around £20 a month. It's going to do it 10 times better than you, 10 times quicker than you, and it's going to automate it for you. And it's also going to do it 24 hours a day. So get a repricing bot. It's so important that you actually automate certain parts of the business to make sure that you can do what you actually need to do to make sure the business runs smoothly and profits and scales. So just go to a website like BeQool, get an account with them, link it with your selling account, and when you're setting it up, it's going to ask you for a minimum and a maximum. So the minimum price is the minimum profit that you would take for that product. For me, I normally set that at 10-15% return on investment. Anything under that, if it does go below that, I'll wait for it to come back up, because the price always comes back to its average anyway. And then for the maximum, I just go on the Keepa charts, I go on the year chart, I see the highest price that's ever sold for, and then that is my maximum price. And then I let that run, I use the AI bot, and it just does it for me. It will literally 10 times your sales, I promise you. This information right here is not seen online. No one teaches this stuff because they just don't care. And most of these online gurus anyway, the information they're actually teaching you is outdated. They did Amazon 5 years ago and now they just sell courses. It's literally so much bullshit. They're trying to rinse money out of you. But this information right here is the real deal. I still use this. And this is exactly the information my members use to go from zero to making hundreds of thousands of pounds a month. It's how Dimitar did £50,000 in a single week. It's how Sahil did £10,000 in a week. It's how Brandon did £8,000 in July. It's how Logan does thousands of pounds every single month. And it's also how Kyle did £1,000 in a single day. And also 200 other members. I'm gonna pop up results here. You can see everybody winning in my community. And the best thing about my community is we're all my best mates. At Dimitar, it's just a guy who joined the course. We're now going traveling Thailand together. Sahil and Sahir, I go out for food with them all the time. We go get a drink. These guys actually become good friends of mine. That's what I love, building a community, teaching the right information and actually putting time into each and every person. And one thing I want you to know is I am no different to you. I'm not some guy who got lucky. I just use the right information. I used to be a hairdresser full time. I used to make £569 a month. Dimitar used to be a mechanic. We now make a lot of money because we worked hard, using the right information, and that is what I've just taught you today. But now you know how to make money online. I don't want to hear any excuses. I've just given you a free Amazon FBA guide. That will literally take you from zero to making money online. If you do actually want to take this seriously, if you do want to start your journey properly, if you want to be in my community, if you want to be surrounded by people who are actually doing this and getting serious results, go on Instagram right now, _Patland, drop me a little DM and I'll see you there.